It feels strange to admit that I got a little emotional as the credits played out for Astro's Playroom. This is a packed-in, pre-installed, free game for anyone who buys a PlayStation 5, and you'll find it on your console minus the update when you turn it on. Yet it's such a love letter to all things PlayStation, and by proxy gaming itself, that it felt like quite a moving experience. Gaming has been and ever present in my life, as I'm sure it has for many of you too. Astro's Playroom is so good that it made me forget that Sackboy existed, proclaiming to members of our team how PlayStation finally had a platforming mascot to rival other companies. And I'm a big Sackboy fan, but Astro has the charm of Nintendo, and the tight controls of a Nintendo game, and yeah, the fantastical genius gameplay ideas of... you get the idea. This is a technical showcase for the console itself, of that there's no mistake, from the rapid, almost instant level load times to the brilliance of the DualSense controller. In fact, every single feature feels implemented to single out a fantastic feature of that new PS5 controller, from the simple speaker on the front to the haptic feedback throughout the pad, and of course not forgetting the incredible adaptive triggers. And I don't really want to spoil too much of what Astro's Playroom has to offer, in all honesty. Each of the 4 main levels, there are more but I won't be mentioning them here, bring new ideas to the table. Starting with Cooling Springs, which is designed to teach you about the adaptive triggers. It may start as a platformer, taking what made Astro Bot rescue missions so brilliant, only without the virtual reality, but it quickly shows you how impressive and, frankly, next generation the DualSense controller is. From walking into a sandstorm and having it feel gritty in your hands, to Astro putting up an umbrella in the rain and each drop feeling as though you are in the rain. It's truly impressive. But each of the 4 levels has a gimmick of sorts involving Astro jumping into a suit and you using the controller in a less typical way. That first Cooling Springs level sees you in a suit that's got a spring on the bottom. You hold the R2 trigger and it will give resistance as you push. The harder you push, the higher you'll jump, and you control movement with the motion controls within the DualSense. That's just one example, and again, sorry but I won't spoil any of the lovely surprises, aside from saying that for me my favourite was the monkey suit. And look, while it's a phenomenally playable platform game, it's also a museum of sorts. Astro's Playroom has hidden collectibles in every segment of every level. There are puzzle pieces to collect that flesh out murals in the main playroom area, but there are also artifacts that are certain to make you nostalgic for the past. And there's that emotion again, because there were moments that threw me back in time, imagining my sadly long gone father walking in as I played a PlayStation game and him just trying his best to even pretend to be interested in gaming. My parents struggled financially, but they managed to get me a PlayStation, and I'll always be grateful for that. If games matter to you, there will be a PlayStation story for you here as well. A simple game like Astro's Playroom reminded me that despite barely being able to work a TV properly, it was my parents who got me that first Commodore 64 and sparked a passion that would put me where I am today, bizarrely writing this for people to hear. We are the memories we make, never forget that. The only thing I'd complain about really is that I wanted more. There are small sections and ideas of Astro's Playroom that never get reused, and frankly I play entire worlds of just those things. It's also not a difficult game, obviously designed for all comers to enjoy and feel capable of beating, and there's replayability because of the collectibles being things you actually want to collect. In that respect, other developers could learn from this. Astro's Playroom is a game I wanted to grab everything in and be reminded of the classic PlayStation hardware from the company's history. I'd love to see the team bring some additional content or get to make another full-on Astro game in the future, because there's some genius minds behind Playroom, that's for sure. With Astro's Playroom being a pre-installed game for new system owners, you'll almost certainly play it. But I implore you to finish it, fully see the credits. The other new games aren't going anywhere, so explore every nook and cranny and see the other Astro Bots referencing games from PlayStation history. There's something for everyone there, and some pretty obscure references too. This was a lovely trip down memory lane, yet Astro's Playroom is incredibly futuristic and still worthy of anyone's time. What a delightful thing to include with every PlayStation 5. Thank you so much for watching our video review of Astro's Playroom. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you subscribe. And if you are already subscribed, don't forget to hit the bell button so you don't miss a notification when a video goes live. You can find me on Twitter at GBSF or at GodIsAGeek is our main account, and do leave a comment telling me your PlayStation story. I'd love to hear which part of gaming history, full stop actually, is one you pinpoint and remember. Thanks so much again, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.